You probably don't react too fast because you're dramatic. You react fast because your body already decided you were being attacked. A tone changes. A question lands wrong. A comment feels like criticism. And suddenly you're defending yourself before you even know what you're defending. Later, you don't just replay the argument. You replay how fast you became someone you weren't trying to be. So today, catch this. The argument starts in the split second before defensiveness speaks for you. They said one thing, but your mind heard something heavier. Someone says, "Can we talk?" And somehow it feels like you're in trouble. Someone says, "Why didn't you tell me?" And somehow it feels like you failed. Someone says, "That's not what I meant." And somehow it feels like now you're the problem. That is how fast it happens. You're not answering the sentence anymore. You're answering what it felt like they meant. And that is the part Alex usually catches too late. The chest gets tight. The energy drops. The tone gets sharper. The words come faster. Then the replay starts. Did I overreact? Should I text again? Did I make it worse? Why can't I just stay calm? But the thing to catch is not only the reaction. It is the meaning that got there first. The argument may last 5 minutes, but the replay can take your whole evening. You are washing dishes, but your mind is still answering them. You're trying to work, but part of you is still defending yourself. You are lying in bed, and now you have created the better version of what you should have said. And then comes that familiar thought. Here we go again. Another conversation that was supposed to be small has become something you now have to recover from. That is the part that bothers you later. Not just the argument, the fact that you did not feel like yourself in it. You replay the words, but underneath that, you are replaying the moment you lost your own steadiness. I did not mean to sound that sharp. I hate that I let that pull me in. I should have paused. I do not want to keep doing this. Some people do not replay arguments because they love conflict. They replay them because they're trying to find the exact second they stop feeling like themselves. Before you call it an overreaction, check this. Did you react to what they said or to what it felt like they meant? Because sometimes your reaction is not wrong. It is early. Wrong makes you attack yourself later. Early gives you something to catch. Maybe there really was tension in their voice. Maybe the question did feel loaded. Maybe the comment did hit something old. Maybe part of you had a reason to brace. But bracing is not the same as choosing. When a reaction comes too early, the fastest part of you starts speaking before the clearest part of you gets a chance. That is how one sentence turns into a whole story. They think I'm careless. They're blaming me again. They don't respect me. I need to fix this right now. And once your mind believes, I need to fix this right now, the loop tightens. Silence feels like losing. Taking a breath feels too slow. Asking a question feels like giving them the upper hand. And suddenly, the fastest response feels like the only response. But urgent does not always mean clear. Sometimes urgent just means the story got there before you did. This is the moment most people miss. You do not have to solve the whole argument in the first 3 seconds. You do not have to prove your character. You do not have to defend your entire history. You do not have to answer every implied accusation just because one sentence felt unfair. You only have to catch the first story your mind created. That first story is usually fast. I'm being blamed. I'm being judged. I'm not being respected. I need to correct this right now. Pause there. That phrase, "I need to correct this right now," is where Alex gets pulled into the old pattern. Fast, you wants to win the next sentence. Steady, you wants to still respect yourself when the conversation is over. And when correction feels urgent, fast you usually takes the microphone. That is the emotional ouch. The fastest part of you may be trying to protect you, but it may not be the part you want speaking for you. And later, that is the version of you that you replay. So right there, before you answer, do not try to become perfectly calm. Just by one clean second, before the sharp text goes out, before the interruption comes, before the tone hardens, give the reaction a name. This feels like blame. This feels like criticism. This feels like disrespect. This feels like I'm being misunderstood. That one line does not excuse the other person. It just keeps your reaction from becoming the whole truth. Then pull it back to the sentence. What did they actually say? Not. What did their tone probably mean? Not. What are they trying to do? Not. Why do they always do this? Just, what did they actually say? That question brings you back from the story to the moment. Then choose one slower response. Wait, I want to understand what you mean. I'm getting defensive, and I do not want to answer from that place. Give me a second. I want to respond clearly. That may feel small, but it changes who gets to speak next. Because now the fastest part of you does not get the final word. You do. And that is the control Alex actually wants. Not fake calm, not silence, not swallowing the reaction, not pretending it did not bother you. Just enough space to feel the reaction rise without letting it decide who you become next. That is where let the decision stand belongs here. The decision is this. I do not have to let the first meaning become my final response. I can feel the reaction rise and still choose the version of me who speaks next. Let the decision stand. You may not catch it every time. That is not the goal. Some comments will still hit a nerve. Some tones will still bother you. Some people will still know exactly how to pull you into the old pattern. But the first win is noticing the shift sooner. Maybe at first, you notice it after the argument. Then you notice it while your voice is getting sharper. Then one day, you notice it before the sentence leaves your mouth. That is the shift. The win is not that you never feel defensive. The win is that defensiveness does not get to speak first every time. Because the moment before defensiveness is not just about communication. It is the moment where you decide who gets to speak for you. The story your mind created in the first few seconds, or the steadier part of you that still wants to respond with clarity. You still may need to have the hard conversation. You still may need to speak directly. You still may need to set a boundary. But you do not have to lose yourself to the first emotional surge. So the next time your chest tightens, your energy drops, and your mind starts building its case, pause long enough to ask, what meaning did my mind just add? That question may not fix everything, but it can stop one reaction from becoming the argument you replay all night. And it can help you walk away from the conversation still respecting yourself. You do not have to become the version of yourself that the moment pressures you to become. And you do not have to let the most threatened part of you be the part that speaks for you. Let the decision stand.